50 Cent just dropped one of the biggest bombshells hip-hop has ever seen, publicly calling out Young Thug after a series of leaked calls exposed Thugger allegedly snitching behind the scenes. And Fifth wasted no time revealing that this wasn't shocking to him because, according to his own words, Young Thug had already snitched on him years earlier, but he chose to stay silent. Now, fate has made it all come full circle, with the rap world left in absolute disbelief. This is a type of drama that shakes up not just the industry, but the legacy of two of the most polarizing figures in the game. And the story you're about to hear dives deep into betrayal, exposure, and the way 50 Cent always seems to be 10 steps ahead in this unpredictable chessboard called hip-hop. The thing about 50 Cent is that he has built a reputation over decades for being the master calling people out, exposing truths that others would never dare to whisper, and turning private scandals into global conversations. When it comes to power plays, nobody does it like Fifth. And so when those leak calls surface allegedly featuring Young Thug cooperating in ways that hip-hop purists and street codes would call pure snitch behavior, 50 Cent didn't just sit back and watch. He came out swinging with a revelation of his own. That this wasn't new to him at all, because Young Thug had supposedly betrayed him in a similar fashion in the past. Imagine the explosion that caused in hip-hop. One of the most powerful voices confirming something that fans and critics alike had only speculated about in whispers for years. Please do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now let's rewind for a moment and really dissect why this matters. Young Thug has always walked the tightrope of being both the eccentric superstar who redefined rap with his sound, and the street-certified figure whose background was constantly under the microscope. His case with the YSL indictment already placed him in a pressure cooker, where every move and every word could decide not only his career, but his freedom. And then comes 50 Cent, a man who has never let any feud die, who has always held receipts, stepping in to claim that Young Thug's credibility was compromised long before these leaked calls ever became public knowledge. This revelation flips the entire perception of Thug upside down, because if true, it means that the image of him being the untouchable, uncompromising figure is nothing but a facade carefully protected until now. And think about how 50 Cent framed it. He didn't come out gloating, saying, "I told you so." Instead, he dropped it almost casually, like it was a burden he'd been carrying, a secret he chose to suppress for the sake of letting Young Thug's career breathe. But when the truth revealed itself, Fifth made it clear this is who Thug has always been, and the streets just finally caught up to that reality. That type of move shows the psychological warfare that 50 Cent is known for. He never fights battles head-on until the timing is perfect. He sits, he watches, he collects, and when the universe aligns, he strikes with precision. This was one of those strikes. Of course, the question now becomes, what exactly did Young Thug do in the past that made 50 Cent so convinced he snitched on him? While Fifth didn't go into excruciating detail in his initial revelation, fans have already started piecing together incidents from the past. Rumors have always circulated about certain business deals, legal troubles, and behind-the-scenes situations where Thugger may have allegedly thrown someone under the bus to save himself. With 50 Cent confirming that at least one of those moments was aimed at him, the internet is exploding with theories. Some point to the time when 50 and Young Thug were rumored to have tension over Atlanta connections. Others look back at the conflict surrounding G-Unit's ventures down south. Whatever the exact moment was, 50's words now make those puzzle pieces start to fit together in a way that's impossible to ignore. And here's where the drama gets even juicier. 50 Cent knows how to weaponize the court of public opinion. Hip-hop isn't just about music. It's about image, respect, and authenticity. Once a rapper is branded a snitch, the stain is permanent. We've seen this before with other artists whose careers were never the same after allegations of cooperating with authorities surfaced. For 50 Cent to put that label on Young Thug, especially while he's already fighting for his life in court, is a masterstroke of both timing and ruthless strategy. It's not just exposing Thug. It's cementing a narrative that could overshadow his entire legacy. The leaked calls themselves are another layer to this madness. Allegedly, they showcase Young Thug in compromising conversations, hinting at cooperation that would go against the very street principles he's always preached in his music. For years, Thugger built an image around loyalty, silence, and being about that life. to now have recordings floating around that contradict that image is career-shattering. Add 50 Cent's commentary to the mix, and suddenly, it's not just speculation, it's confirmation from one of hip-hop's sharpest truth-tellers. But let's not forget who we're dealing with here. Young Thug is not just another rapper. He's a movement. He's the figurehead of an entire generation of artists who look up to him, who borrowed his sound, his style, his fearlessness in pushing boundaries. To see him go down like this, branded as something he fought so hard never be called, is a tragic twist that fans are still processing. The betrayal isn't just between Thug and 50 Cent. It's between Thug and the culture that put him on a pedestal. Meanwhile, 50 Cent thrives in situations like this. He knows controversy sells, and he knows his voice carries weight. Remember, this is the same man who has survived countless feuds, Ja Rule, The Game, Rick Ross, and more, and always managed to come out on top by using the art of exposure. He knows how to stir the pot without ever needing to overextend himself. And in this situation, all it took was one revelation, one admission that he already knew Thug was like this, to send shockwaves through the entire hip-hop community. The reaction online has been split down the middle. On one side, there are fans who believe 50 Cent entirely, citing his track record of being brutally honest and his history of exposing hidden truths. They argue that if 50 says Thug snitched, it must be true, because Fifth has never been one to fabricate lies. He deals in receipts. On the other side, Thug's loyal supporters are crying foul, saying this is just another attempt to tear down their idol while he's already in a vulnerable state. They claim the leaked calls are being twisted, taken out of context, and weaponized by haters who want to see him fall. But no matter which side you stand on, one thing is undeniable. The damage has already been done. The idea that Young Thug might not be who he presented himself to be is now planted in the minds of millions. And once that seed is planted, it grows with every conversation, every meme, every headline. Even if Thug were to beat his case and return to music, this cloud would hang over him forever. That's the real power of 50 Cent's Bombshell. It doesn't need to be proven in court to ruin you. It just needs to exist in the public consciousness.